We're at the time of year where olives play a really big part in your fishing in the river, like a really big part. This fly does for me when others fail. It's a fiddly wee thing to tie, and I think I first seen a version of this in a fly tying book by Ian Mutter, if anybody can remember if that's right. It was about really strange fly patterns, but basically they work. And this is one that works for me, so let's go ahead and tie it, shall we? SLP size 12. You can tie it in a 14 or a 16 for smaller flies. Change the size of your feather. Partridge feather. Actually, I've turned on just a tiny touch. So I've got tan. Is it tan or is it camel? Tan. Tying thread. I'm just got to get a wee bit of thread in there, coming all the way down. Get no idea if there's a few gaps, we'll come back up over that. But just start getting down round the bend. About there. And then we've got this stuff, fake herring. It's a PVC herring. Everybody does it. And it's got like a barring on it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch that in so that it's the same thickness. So when I tie it in, Stephen, like so. Just bed it in so you get the plastic, because it is plastic or UPVC or vinyl, it's one of that lot. Stick a wee whip finish in there. I do really well on this fly when the fish are doing that weird bulging. You didn't really see their head come out when they're taking duns, they'll come right up, mouth out. However, when they're taking the merger, you'll see like a bulge in the water, really prominent. So, get my fake herring and just start winding up the body. You can see the segmented effect it provides. Looks apart. This fly, although it's designed for emergers, it does work exceptionally well in Granum. So that's probably enough there. Secure my thread. It's funny, I tie a lot of flies. The most popular ones on YouTube tend to be still water stuff. So I didn't really get a chance to tie a lot of these things, but these are the kind of flies that I fish. It's flies like this. Flies designed to do a job, basically. So there you go. You get an idea there. So next bit, we've got some craft foam. It's like 4mm wide tan craft foam, and I want to create a triangle. I'm going to do this, so I've done one end, create a triangle, do the other end. I should have left myself a little bit more there actually. Yeah, I mucked that up. Let me get another bit. If I put too much, some craft foam. That's a craft foam, by the way. Closed cell foam. Craft foam's the same kind of stuff. I want another length. I'm just going to cut this. So, get my angle. Like so, so I can get my tying in point here. Probably about there. It'll look fat on the fly, but trust me, it works. That's about right. I need a little bit more space at the head, so I'm going to take some of that off without cutting my thread. There you go. So now you want some partridge. You don't want too big a feather either. I quite like long legs on this, you couldn't go shorter. So just selecting the partridge feather there. You can see I like the darker colour. If I move that light a little bit, I like a darker partridge feather. And what I do is I tie it in so that when I stroke it back, the fibres are going back the way. So I tie it in like so that when I tie it forward, it's getting stroked back. That makes sense. So I'm just going to take a little bit from the tip, like so, catch that in. Quite loose so you didn't break the feather, and then snip that. Sorry if you can hear a noise, we've got a neighbour, people are doing some work in his house. So come up, and then I've got this stuff, black pepper, marred rabbit dubbing, quite dark, which suits the thorax and the emerger. Quite a hefty amount of this stuff. Not too close to that because I've got a load of closed cell foam in there, so, and then pull your thread through, give yourself enough space at the head, and then pull some of your dipping out. So now what we want to do is pull our partridge and then pinch it, catch it. So you've got feathers either side, like so. And then in with your scissors, as close as you dare. And what you can do is, you can actually stick a little bit of bug bund in there if you wanted, just to keep it down a little bit. Let's quickly show you. Just a tiny touch. A little bit gulf, not bug bund, gulf resin. And then what I'll do is if I hold that down, get my torch, get a little bit of light on that. Don't want to clog it too much, and then make sure your thread's right at the back. This is the tricky bit. You can come in at this with an angle, so you can see where you're cutting. So about there, and there, so with the same triangle. I want to try and catch this, like so. Bring your thread right up. So you've got that little bump there. With a blade I could take this off. Being very careful of where my thread is. I'm just tidying this up. Taking the foam off. That's the fiddly bit. And it helps when you can't bloody see. There you go. So I've got most of the foam off there, and then just with controlled thread wraps, I'm just going to butt this up and then tidy the head up, like so. in with your whip finishing tool. Finish. Now, what I like to do is I'll get a little bit of, I do this before I put pen on, a little bit of super glue between the top of the fly, so the head and the foam. Yeah, it's got the added benefit is stopping it from pulling out as well. You can see why they take it. It's a really good fly. So this is a burnt umber, it's called. It's brown, chocolatey brown. And then I just come over the cover, the bit of foam, just colour that up. And there it is. A wee March brown. Stuck in a rat, cripple, emerger, call it whatever you want. But you can see it's got to work all day long, especially when you're getting those bulgy rises, and that's the key with this fly. It tends to take the really lumpy fish as well, the big fellas. Everybody's fishing duns. If you've got something that's got to sit, as if it's stuck, can't escape, broken, burst, crippled, dead, whatever you want to call it, this is a fly that I use, and my god, it's effective. I really hope you enjoyed that, folks. If you did, please be kind enough to subscribe. Take care and bye bye.